Welcome to the Digital Peloton News, episode 14 for February 23rd, 2019. On today's menu, in the digitally connected cycling world, Garmin's huge announcement that they've purchased Tacx, Strava's new swipey route planning in beta for paying subscribers, Stage's release dub-compatible power meters, another quick update from IQ² on their power meter, it can't be far away now, Shimano released Di2 Firmware Updates that don't brick your Di2, and in the world of virtual cycling, the Zwift KISS Superleague Women's Pro Series has kicked off. Spanish Telco Movistar move into cycling eSports with a BKool partnership. And Tacx Neos put to the test in the Wattmiester Talent ID Challenge over in the Netherlands. Kicking off today in the biggest news in indoor cycling since, well, probably indoor cycling started. Garmin purchasing Tacx. Very, very interesting. As consumers, I don't think we'll see any movement here for the next 6 to 12 months in regards to new products. Let's hope this doesn't delay the release of the Neo bike, which is still on my MIA list. Maybe in 6 months' time at Eurobike, we might see some announcements of what's happening in the future. Product-wise, I don't think we'll see anything from this partnership in quite a while yet. I'll link below to DC Runmaker's take on this, which is quite thorough and a good article. Also, Tarek from smartbiketrainers.com has put out his discussion post. Links below. Check those out. Something else Ray has featured and demonstrated over on dcrunmaker.com, which I will link to below, is the new Strava route creation swipey feature. Now, this is limited to Strava Premium or Strava Summit paying users. It's in beta, so to release a beta thing to only paying users, Strava, please release these things to everyone so they can test it. So it allows you to draw on the screen with one single swipe a route you want to take, and it will auto-create that. For me, I'll call it what it is. It's pretty shit. It's very limited, it's only one swipe, it doesn't take you on the preferred route that I wanted to go on the tests that I've done, so it's very, very beta. Not the kind of innovation from Strava we would expect, especially with the limitations of one draw, and it also lists in miles here. We go in kilometers. For me, the best take on using the Strava technology to create a new route in a new location would be to use something like Strava heat maps, as you can see right here, and I'll dive into my hometown, Ballarat, and you can see there well, you can go all routes, so if you want to go running or cycling, but let's just go cycling for now. We can see the common cycling maps there. And if I wanted to go out to Mount Buninyong, one of the volcanoes I commonly ride, there's the route there, I can see it, and then plan my route more visually. And then jumping over to the route creation tool in Strava, which is pretty handy, I can go from Ballarat out to Mount Buninyong, over to Mount Warrenheip by clicking somewhere else there, and then back home. That in itself is a much better way to create a route. You can export from there to your phone. So look, the Strava route swipey thing, interesting, but still pretty. Over to power meter hardware, and this week saw the release of Stage's dub-compatible power meters from Stages. It's a question that's been asked on the mountain bike forums quite a bit, and Stages have released their dub-compatible power meters. I will put links below to this new product. Onto that other power meter we've all heard about but never seen, the IQ² power meter. They put out a communication just a few hours ago indicating that they're this close. They are this close to shipping production units, but they've chosen to do some final testing on the production run here. So stay tuned on that, coming soon. Over to Shimano Di2, and there have been some firmware updates released this week for a few of the components in the Di2 ecosystem. My unit itself had an update for the wireless module, which I was pretty nervous about updating, and also the battery. I chose to be the guinea pig. I did the update via the mobile phone, over the wireless connection via Bluetooth, and it was A-OK. Everything worked just fine. So if you're a Di2 user, check out the updates via either the mobile app, or if you're a nervous Di2 user, use the PC link cable to do your firmware updates. Okay, now steering towards the virtual software side of things, and the Zwift KISS Superleague eSports Pro Series for women has kicked off this week. So now the Pro Men and Pro Women Series Leagues races are on every week. Check your local guides or click the links below for that. Each week the production level is stepping up in entertainment value, so they're getting pretty good and pretty exciting racing. Those sprint finishes at the end have been brutal, and remember to keep your power-ups if you're ever racing those series or any race at all on Zwift. The power-ups are where it's at. On to more virtual race series, and here's some big news. Carlton Reid over on Forbes.com has an article about the Spanish telco Movistar partnering with BKool to launch their own cycling esports series. Movistar Virtual Cycling, presented by BKool, are looking at holding a number of races over the next few months and holding an in-person final in September in Madrid. Very interesting stuff. So with more than one cycling esports league taking off, well, there actually is quite a few now, when is it time for everyone to standardize on the weight problem, now the height problem in game, and everything else being equal in-game for this sport. So everyone's doing their own things as an island. Is it time for the community or the industry to come together and start working together to not reinvent this virtual wheel over and over when it comes to the esports competitions? Is it time for the EUCI to step in here? And finally today, the Tacx Neos Smart Trainer has been spotted in the Netherlands over at the Wattmiester competition. Now this is an esport with a difference, it's talent identification. Cycling legend turned photography legend Leon Van Von has some pretty cool photos up here. I will link below to Leon's Instagram account. The riders themselves are weighed in at the event and they're put on trainers starting at 200 watts, and here's the protocol if you want to follow along at home. Starting at 200 watts, and every 3 minutes, 0.4 watts per kilo is added every 3 minutes until you crack. And whoever cracks last is the winner. So if a rider weighs 73 kilos, and every 3 minutes, just under 30 watts is added every 3 minutes. If the rider is lightweight and only weighs 63 kilos, then every 3 minutes, about 22 watts is added every 3 minutes in steps until they pop. So if you want to follow that protocol, that's the way to do it. Sounds like fun. Okay, wrapping it up there for today. That's been episode 14 of the Digital Peloton News. Remember to hit subscribe below to support what I'm up to here on this channel. And if you've spotted anything interesting out there in the digitally connected cycling world, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Thanks for watching.